Cartoons in Religion and Society. On the exam, you will probably be faced with an image or a cartoon. You'll be asked to analyse the picture and answer a bunch of questions applying your studies to the image. For some reason, this freaks many students out. Fair enough. However, this question is a great way to tell if students truly understand their tradition, rather than just rote learning a list of pre-written answers. This video will present 3 simple steps to help you shine on the dreaded picture questions. We'll use the 2012 change image as a focus. Step 1. Look at the picture. This might seem obvious, but at this stage, simply identify every element you can see. Shapes, words, colours, shades, sizes, etc. Don't analyse them, just identify them. This will help you gather ammunition. Let's do that now. So we can see the first element that we see is this heart with wings on it. So we just write that down. The second element is these big Scrabble pieces here that spell out change. However, as you notice, one of the little Scrabble pieces is falling down. So we'll circle that and we'll write the N is falling away, and it's different in some way. See how it's dark with a light N, not light with a dark letter. What else do we see? We see these people here linked arm in arm. So they're both men and women, and they're arm in arm. We see this choice word written on a street sign, like one of those big highway signs you might see. And of course, the large picture in the middle, we see this big hand, and it seems to be gently holding the world. So you'll see we haven't analysed, we've just noted down what we can see. Step 2, give the elements some meaning. So, guided by the question, and the question in 2012 talked about values, ascribe meaning to each element. There is no absolute answer here as long as you can defend your interpretation. It will always ask what attitudes or ideas about X are presented here. Remember, the cartoonist is saying nothing specifically about your tradition. He or she is talking generally. So let's do that now. We've got that heart with wings going up there, so it's something about love and it's flying, so it could be love is above all. Remember, it's only if you can defend your answer. There's no absolute answer. So, these big change Scrabble pieces, well, it's saying that change is valued, it's big, it's above everything. The big hand gently holding the world, that obviously has something to do with the environment, care for the environment, or care for creation. So this street sign over here, the choice, well, choice is important and valued, and that's why it's in the picture. You could argue that choice is not valued because it's stuck in the bottom corner. It's up to you, as long as you can justify it. These men and women arm in arm seems to suggest a kind of solidarity or a community. That's a value, that's something that's valuable. And this N, falling away and different, that could say something about difference being valued because we're individuals. The N is a little bit different to everybody else, so it's something about being an individual. Great. Now we've got some meaning. Step 3. We'll put all of those meanings on the side of our page now, and we're going to compare the attitudes with my tradition's beliefs. You've identified the attitudes of the artist, and you know the attitudes and beliefs of your tradition. Do they match? Usually some will match and some will differ, and we're going to take note of both. Because this is a Unit 4 SAC 2 question, we're going to use the Catholic Vision for Society, Catholic social teaching. Start with the attitudes, or values in this question, that do match your tradition. Let's have a look. Love above all, yes, that's definitely part of the Catholic social teaching. Care for the environment, yep, absolutely. Stewardship for creation. Difference is valued as we are individuals. Yep, we talk about that in subsidiarity, so that each individual should be able to make their own decisions. Solidarity and community is certainly that matches. And we've got to look for a couple that don't, because they can be useful as well, that don't match. So choice. Yes, while choice is important, not all choices are valued. And of course, we'll use that later on as Catholics when we apply it to our tradition. And the big change, Well, some change is valued, but lots of change in modern society actually contradicts Catholic social teaching. So we'll put an X there. Great. Now we've got the attitudes of the cartoon, and we've compared them to the attitudes or values of our religious tradition. Step 4, answer the question. So, here is a model sentence showing all of the elements of a great answer. The gentle hand holding the earth is consistent with care for creation, which is a fundamental principle of Catholic social teaching, as creation is a gift from God. Benedict XVI. It starts with a clear reference to the question. You've always got to reference the picture. Then, it answers the to what extent question. Then, it identifies the corresponding part of the tradition. And then, we finish off with a little bit of superior knowledge just to show off. Make sure each sentence follows this 4-step structure and you will nail the question. Now this question was a 6-mark question, so I would do this 6 times. It's going to be slow to start off when you're practicing, but you'll get faster and faster at this process. There are some examples of worked questions and answers in the description below. Enjoy! For more worked cartoon analyses, click the other videos in this series.